again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. And today we've got something lovely, lacy, and rather simple to make. This is the wedding ring lace stitch. Now, I had found a diagram for this particular stitch, although no name. So I thought that this name was rather fitting because if you look, it's like it creates these rings, which I thought was very reminiscent to the wedding ring quilt pattern, although this is considerably easier to make up. I made a wrap with this stitch, and it is worked back and forth in rows. It's only a 4-row repeat, so it's very simple, and it works up rather fast. Now, for this piece, I used Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. Only used one skein. It's 482 yards, and I had plenty. And it's the colorway of Scuba. And with this project, I used a 6mm hook. It's a size J. I thought it went very nicely with this. Gives it a really nice drape. And for today's example, we're going to be using some Pound of Love in the pastel pink. And so I'm going to give you the multiple so you can make this piece as wide or as narrow as you want to. Also, I think this would make a really lovely bedspread or maybe even some curtains. Oh, how about a table runner? That would be nice too. Also, for those of you that are probably going to ask, yes, I am working on a triangular format for this particular stitch so that you can make a nice shawl as well. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty, so first thing is first, you are going to need a base chain, of course. Now, the multiple for this particular stitch is a multiple of 9 plus 2. So I've got 38 chains right here. So I did 4 multiples of 9, that's 36, plus an additional 2 chains. So like I said, you can make this as wide or as narrow as you want. If you want a full queen-sized, bed cover, that's fine. If you want a simple scarf, that's fine too. So multiple of 9 plus 2, and we shall get started. By the way, I'm still using my 6mm hook and my worsted weight yarn. You can, of course, use whatever works best for you. All right, so get stitching on your base chain, and let's get into row 1. All right, so once you have your base chain ready, we're going to start with row 1. Okay, first things first, in the 7th chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we're going to start a double crochet, but not finish because we're going to do 2 double crochets together. So going to yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop, pull through 2, then without finishing this double, skip 2 chains, go into the 3rd with your 2nd double crochet. So yarning over, going into that 3rd chain, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and then pull through all 3. So what that does actually is creates this 2 double crochets together, a chain space, and a double crochet on the side here. All right. And then from here, it gets a little bit easier. From here, chain 2 and skip 2 chains, double crochet into the 3rd, chain 2, and double crochet into the same stitch. So basically we have a triangle pointing up and a triangle pointing down, if you will. And that's how it's going to alternate for the rest of this row. So chain 2, skip 2 chains into the 3rd, start your double, but don't finish it. Skip 2 chains, go in with a double. So pull up a loop, pull through 2, and then pull through all 3. Okay, chain 2, go into the 3rd chain with a double, chain 2, and double into the same stitch. There we go. So like I said, we're going up and down, up and down. Chain 2, and into the 3rd chain. Start a double, but don't finish. Go into the 3rd chain, pull up that loop, pull through 2, and then pull through all 3. Chain 2, skip 2 of those chains, going into the 3rd with a double, chain 2, and double into the same stitch. Chain 2, skip 2 chains, going into that 3rd. Start the double, but don't finish. Skip 2 chains, going into the 3rd. Pull up that loop, pull through 2, pull through all 3, and we have 1 chain left over, which is exactly what we want. Chain 2, and double crochet into that last chain. And there you go. So basically you're just repeating the up, down, up, down, up, down all the way across. Now this is a fairly wide swatch for today. However, it works up really fast once you get going. So there you go. All right, that is row 1. All right, so row 2, start by chaining up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Turn the work. Now the 8 chains, that's going to count actually as a double crochet and a chain 5 space, because we're going to skip here, here, and here, and we're going to work in these 2 double crochets right here. Sort of the, well, I did say before it was a downward facing triangle. However, these 2 points are going to be going up. So from here, double crochet into this first of the 2. And like I said, this is a double crochet and a chain 5 space right there. So from here, chain 2, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go to the next pairing of double crochets. We're skipping this one here. So double crochet into the first, chain 2, and double crochet into the second. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip this one, go into the next pair, double in the first, chain 2, and double into the second, Okay. Going to chain 5 one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And get your double ready. What we're going to do is we're going to skip this cluster here and then skip 2 chains, 1 and 2, and then into that third one, double crochet. Go right into that chain with a double. Now, reason why we ended with a 5 is because, like I said at the beginning, it was a double crochet and a chain 5 space. The double crochet, that's 3 chains, plus the 5 chain space, that is a total of 8 chains. Well, double crochet, that's the equivalent of 3 chains, 5 chains, it's 8 chains, so it's even on both sides. And since we skipped 2 chains here, well, skip 2 chains here. So into that third chain, that's where you do your double. And technically, you could do the double into this chain space, although it makes a much neater edge if you go into that chain. You know, do I judge if you want to do that? No, I'm just saying that this is, a nicer, cleaner way of doing it if you so choose to do so. So let's move on to row 3. Okay, row 3. I'm going to start by chaining up 3. Turn the work. And into the chain 5 space, double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet, chain 2. Then with these 2 stitches, we're going to do 2 double crochets together. So yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up the loop, pull through 2. So we have the start of a double, don't finish, yarn over, go into the next double, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through all 3. So we have a triangle going down, a box, and a triangle going up. And that's how we're going to work our way across. So from here, chain 2 into the chain 5 space, double, chain 2, and double, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets together here and here. So start the double, go into the next, pull up that loop, pull through 2, then pull through all 3. Chain 2 into the chain 5 space, double, chain 2, and double, chain 2, 2 doubles together, so start the double, go into the next, and through 2, through all 3. Chain 2. Okay, we are almost at the end here, so going to do a double, chain 2 double, missed a ply there, double, chain 2, and double. There we go. Then what I find the easiest way to do this is from the bottom, 1, 2, and 3, into that third chain from the bottom, double crochet. Through 2, and through 2. There you go. Now, an alternative way of doing this downward facing triangle so that it isn't separated like this is what you could do is into the third chain in the middle there, do your double crochet, chain 2, double crochet into that third chain. However, this is a lot easier and faster, so this is how I chose to do it myself. You would get a sharper point with this particular triangle if you did that, but it would probably take you a lot longer to do, and it would be a lot more fiddly. So I'm trying to sort of bypass that, if you will. So let's keep going on to row 4. Okay, row 4. Again, start by chaining up 3. Turn the work. Okay, now double into not this first stitch, but into our V of doubles here. So into this second stitch, do a double crochet. There we go. Chain 2 and double into the next. Chain 5. Okay, skip over this point, work within this pairing here, these two. So double into the first, chain 2, double into the next, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip this point, go into these next 2 doubles. So double into the first, chain 2, and double into the second, chain 5, okay, skip this point here, going into these next 2 doubles. So double into the first, chain 2, and double into the second, and then finish off the row by doing a double crochet into the top of this last double. So you can see 1, 2, and 3, that third chain from the bottom. Just do a double crochet and you are good to go. Da, 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 da. All right, so that is row 4, and we shall continue with actually a full repeat, because the next row is going to be technically row 1, because we're going to be doing the same thing down here as up here, because this pointed triangle down here is going to be right on top of here. So essentially it is going to be a full repeat. Now I think that for the sake of clarity, I'm going to do it as row 5, okay? Because row 1 is its own entity. Don't mind the semantics, don't mind me. Let's just keep going. Alrighty. Okay, row 5. So start by chaining up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn the work. And we're going to take these 2 doubles and scoot them together. So again, not into this stitch, but into the next one. Start your double, but don't finish. Then go into the next double, pull up that loop, pull through 2, and then pull through all 3. Okay, then chain 2 into this chain 5 space, double, chain 2, double. Chain 2, and then work these 2 together. So start your double, but don't finish it. Into the next one, pull up that loop, pull through 2, then pull through all 3. Chain 2 into the chain 5 space, double, chain 2, double. Good. Okay, pull out a little more yarn, because that's what we do. Okay, chain 2. And we're going to work these 2 doubles together. So pull up that loop, pull through 2, going into the next, pull up a loop, pull through 2, then pull through all 3. Chain 2 into the chain 5 space, double, chain 2, double. Chain 2. And then at the end here, work these 2 doubles together. So pull up that loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, then pull through all 3. Then at the end here, chain 2 and double into the top of the last double, that third chain from the bottom. There you go. So that is the end of row 5. So you can see it really is starting to come into its own. Now, that being said, you could end on a row 5 or a row 3, either or, as long as, I would say, as long as you end on one of these sort of solid meshy rows, as opposed to a row where you have this chain 5 exposed to the outside edge. That's just my personal preference. So let's do a full repeat, shall we? Alrighty. All right, so we're going to start our full repeat. So we're going to start with row 2. And of course, there are timestamps in the description box if ever you get stuck or if you need to refer back to them later. So row 2, going to start with a chaining up of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn the work. Skipping over this point, working with these 2 doubles. So double into the first. There we go. Chain 2 and double into the second. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the point, going into these 2 doubles, double into the first, chain 2, and double into the second. Chain 5, skipping this point, going into the next 2 doubles, double into the first, chain 2, and double into the second. And then approaching the end here, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the third chain from the bottom, 1, 2, and 3, double crochet. There we go. And that is the repeat for row 2. Okay, row 3 for the repeat. Chain up 3. Turn the work into the chain 5 space, double, chain 2, and double. Chain 2. These 2 double crochets need to be done together, so start the double in the first stitch, yarn over, go into the next, pull up a loop, pull through 2, then pull through all 3 to bring it to a point. Okay, chain 2 into the next chain 5 space, double, chain 2, double, chain 2, bring these 2 together. So start your double, but don't finish it. Going into the next. Come on. Okay, I think I split my yarn here, but bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. Pull up that loop, pull through 2, pull through all 3. Perfect. Okay. Chain 2 into the chain 5 space, double, chain 2, double, chain 2, bring these 2 together. So yarning over, pulling up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, going into the next, pull up a loop, pull through 2, then pull through all 3, chain 2 into this last chain 5 space, double, chain 2, double, and then in the third chain from the bottom, 1, 2, and 3, double crochet. And there you go. That is row 3 for the repeat. Like I said, you could end on a row 3 or a row 5, whichever you prefer. But let's keep going, shall we? Okay, row 4 for the repeat. Chain up 3. Turn the work. Double into that second stitch. Not this stitch, but into this stitch. Chain 2, double into the next double, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip this point, work in these 2 next, so double into the first, chain 2, double into the second, chain 5, skip this point, go into the next 2 doubles, so double into the first, chain 2, and double into the second, chain 5, skip this point here, work in these 2 doubles right here, so double into the first, untangle your yarn as needs be. So doubled into the first, chain 2, and double into the second, and then into the third chain from the bottom of this last double crochet. There you go. And that is row 4 for the repeat. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't suggest ending on a row 4 because you got this big loop here, unless if that's what you're going for. Let's continue on with the last row of the repeat. Okay, row 5. All right, start by chaining up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn the work. Okay, so these 2 doubles need to be done together. So skip this one here, going into the next. Start your double. Then yarn over, go into the next. Pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through all 3. Chain 2 into the chain 5 space. Double. Chain 2 and double. Chain 2. Double these 2 together. So into the first, pull up that loop, pull through 2, going into the next, pull up a loop, pull through 2, then pull through all 3. Chain 2 into this chain 5 space. Double, chain 2, double. There we go. Chain 2. And then double these 2 together. So, yarning over, pulling up a loop, pull through 2, going into the next, pull up that loop, pull through 2, then pull through all 3. Chain 2, chain 5 space. So it's a double, chain 2, double. Double, chain 2, and double. Chain 2. Work these 2 together. So that's starting a double, going into the next, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through all 3, chain 2, and double into the third chain from the bottom, that last double crochet. Do 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 do. There we go. All right, so that is the end of row 5 for the repeat, and you can really get a sense of where this pattern is going, and of course, how gorgeous it is. I absolutely love this stitch. Love it. Alrighty, my dears, so that concludes today's tutorial, the wedding ring lace stitch. Absolutely love it, and I hope you guys do too. So yeah, all you keep doing is just repeat rows 2 through 5 for as long as you want to, either ending on a row 3 or a row 5, either or. I think it looks absolutely fabulous. And of course, if you liked this tutorial, please do give a little thumbs up button down below. Let me know what you think in the comments section, what you might be making with this stitch. And of course, until next time, I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, and please stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, everybody, and have a great day.